So I wake up in the morning, I'm frantically jumping out of my bed, rushing at the itch.io store looking for a brand new visual novel to find out. But when I look, I see nothing, just purely nothing. Nothing good, nothing great, some trash ass games. But Ace Attorney was different. Just for some context, Ace Attorney is a courtroom game where two angry ass lawyers point at each other while yelling objection, which is weird, but alright, we'll go with it. Basically, every single case of Ace Attorney is you're trying to prove that the person you're defending is very much innocent while also getting the right person who happens to be like 2 feet away from that person. Each line of the game has done better than the other, and it continues down all the way to the last game that features Phoenix Wright, which is Ace Attorney Spirit of the Justice. What makes this game different from the previous Ace Attorney games is that our main character Phoenix is in a different country where their laws are very much different, and basically, just to give you a short run, if you were to defend somebody and that person were to get convicted of a crime and they're guilty, you'll also face the same punishment. So this adds a lot of pressure, and it's just like a fresh breath for people who followed the game for a long time. Basically, every case he's going through is he's fighting for his life, which adds to the excitement and joy of playing the game. And just something I thought, bro, what if he chooses, what if he's wrong one day? What if he chooses the wrong guy to defend? He's so screwed. He's getting his neck chopped off, and he doesn't even care about it as well. But it's fine, regardless, don't matter. And just really the background stories of Apollo push the story forward. In this game, it feels like Apollo is slowly taking the reins from Phoenix, because the game feels more connected to Apollo at the end than Phoenix. It's a good stepping point. But bro, Apollo has too many backstories. Bro was around an astronaut, a literal fucking terrorist, and an astronaut. The background of Apollo is connected to this one prosecutor whose name I'm not even gonna pronounce. Just look at it on the screen, bro. He's the main prosecutor in the Spirit of Justice. And, it creates an unseen dynamic between the two, which just adds interest to Apollo and his backstory. But I'm not trying to suck up the game, but the puzzles are amazing. The Spirit of the Judges, every single case is a puzzle literally waiting to just be solved. As you dive into the case, collect clues, talk to witnesses, and figure out what's really happening. For the first case, for example, the first case of Spirit of the Justice, this dude gets accused of murdering this other dude. Basically, this one chick has this ability to see the last moments of people. So the last moments of this guy who got murdered was our assistant, whose name I'm not even gonna say, with his hands above his head, looking like he struck him to death. And this puzzle is very bizarre for any first player, because how do you discount that? That looks concrete to me. Gameplay involves questioning witnesses and find holes in their stories. To do this, you need to closely examine what they say, the evidence you have, and catch to any mistakes and contradictions they put in their speech. When you spot these mistakes, it's satisfying. Fully click on it, objection, wagging your finger in their face, showing them how stupid they are, and this contradicts this. And honestly, the puzzle gameplay mechanics is very successful. The creator has honestly found a perfect mechanic and game system, perfect way for the game to work, because if we're just looking at Edge Boy, also known as Miles Edgeworth, if we look at his game follows the exact same thing, basically pointing fingers, arguing, people having crazy reactions, getting a conviction. But his game is literally not in the courtroom. And just something last little things I want to add. Ace Attorney, dude, the crazy reactions of these guys are hilarious. Having to be caught every single time. These guys get hit with one piece of information. These guys have crazy breakdowns. They got an F and they have an Asian parent. They're screaming, they're shaking up, they're having breakdowns. And honestly, as the game progresses, the mysteries become more interesting, more complex, and just for every game, there's a gradual learning curve to the end of the case, which there's 5 cases. Beginning's easy, the 5th is hard. Ensures newcomers can grasp the gameplay mechanics while keeping veterans engaged with the challenging scenarios. And that's just my 2 thoughts on this situation. If you're here to the end of the video, you might as well press that button down there, do a little bit of something like that. Until the next video, see ya.